Well, I'll tell you. Now, did you have any idea, I mean, back when you did Rock and Roll, that it was going to be, you were going to be a band that was going to be around for 14 albums? I mean, that's a lot of albums. That's a lot of albums, and you never have any idea, but that's the great thing about heavy metal and hard rock. You know, if you've got a dream and you believe in your dream and you work hard at it and you put all that commitment and dedication, it comes to you. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of great bands, so you really got to work hard at your craft, you know. But we've been through it all, you know. We've seen it all, we've done it all, we've had it all, but we're still going strong all these years later. And yeah, 14th album, Painkiller. It's just great to still be around, you know. Yeah, and you're talking just a little bit about some of the great new bands. What are some of the bands that you like? Are there any new bands that kind of blow you away? Because I'm sure that they'd be flattered to know that Rob Halford likes. Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many new bands, especially here at the Foundation. I'm trying to get in to see as many people as possible, but some more of the recent bands that we've all heard of, like Faith No More and Love Hate, who I think are a fantastic band. Prong, of course, Warrior Soul. There's a whole bunch of different people, you know. Metal's never been stronger, Ricky. Yeah, has it? I mean, it's incredible. Here we are in the last 10 years, before we go into the year 2000, we're all getting psyched up for midnight of 1999, right. And when the real metal invasion starts for the year 2000, it's going to be killing. It's going to be fun. Now, you've also got a new drummer who we're going to be introducing the world to in a little bit. Yes, yeah, we have a new, we're Anglo-American now. The Priest is Anglo-American, I want you to know. Uh-oh. Okay, well, right now it's time to play a new video from Poison. This is the very touching Something to Believe in. Concrete Foundation seminar in Los Angeles, California. And I'm here with Rob Halford of Judas Priest, and this is the new drummer for Judas Priest. I've still got a bad throat from screaming my lungs out last night. We played for the first time ever with our new drummer, Scott Travis. Scott? Scott Travis. How you doing, Scott?
Very good, very good.
What was it like playing your first show with Judas Priest? You are now the drummer of Judas Priest.
Yeah, I now am the drummer for
pretty good.
Amazing, because I've been a fan for a long, long time, and it was great. You know, I wasn't really that nervous, and it was live on the radio as well, so it was great.
Now, when you looked for a drummer, what were the qualifications? I mean, they're pretty obvious. Got to be kind of nuts and very heavy. Really tall. Okay, that's one qualification he filled. No, the thing is, we were looking for somebody that Glenn put all the drumming together on the demos. You see, you should never let a guitar player get onto a drum machine because he was out there. He was doing like space metal patterns, but when we finally got a hold of Scott to learn the songs with us, we saw a lot of people, you know. We were in Spain where we had the rehearsals, and a lot of people send videotapes out because you can't sit there for like 8 days and listen to a drummer or several drummers doing drum solos. It's just too much. But we listened to videos and everything. But was the man, you know, the #1 man for the job. He's got the fastest feet in the world, the fastest hands in the world, and that's what we were looking for. He's the ultimate heavy metal drummer. Okay, gotta ask you real quick, what was it like, a comment from both of you guys, playing in a hotel? This is a nice hotel here in LA, and having Judas Priest play is not what I think they're used to. What was it like?
Well, luckily they had it set up where you really couldn't tell it was a hotel, you know. I mean, they had the lights, and they even had the barricade and all the fans, and it was just packed, and it was mayhem, and it was great. It wasn't like being in a hotel at all.
Okay, we're going to be back here at Concrete Foundation. Right now it's time to play the #5 Skull Crusher of the week. Here is Vixen with How Much Love. Yeah. Headbangers Ball. Here's at Foundation Forum 90 with the co-host Rob Halford of Judas Priest. And now Mr. Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. How you doing, Dave?
Fine, how are you, Ricky?
I'm very good, Dave. Now, you guys are also going to be going out with Judas Priest.
Right.
It's going to be scary.
Well, depends.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. You're talking really excited, Dave. Listen up. Because you're boring.
Thanks, Dave. And let's speak of the new album now. And people are going to say, yeah, I hear what Dave said about Ricky. They're going to agree with you. Anyways, you got a new album out.
Yeah, it's called Rest in Peace, and it should be shipped Monday. Depending on where you live, it might be in your hands by Tuesday.
So you want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff on the new album?
Our first song that we released was Holy Wars, and we did a video for that was debuted. It was world premiered on MTV, and it's a 9-song LP with no cover material. It's over 40 minutes of material. It's the longest Megadeth album to date. And we have 2 new members. We have Marty Friedman on guitar and Nick Menz on drums. So I think we kind of got our fire back now because, you know, we don't have any of the personal problems we used to have either. And things are really looking good for us.
Okay, now we were talking about the video. Also, just so you know, it is this week's Ball Buster, one of this week's Ball Buster, going against last week's winner. That's when you guys call up and pick which one. Now, of course, the Dave Mustaine is right next to me. Shouldn't influence your decisions any which way to call, but the phone number is 1-900-370-0100. Each call costs only 50 cents. Last week's winner is going up against Megadeth on Holy Wars, The Punishment Due. And right now, let's take a look at last week's winner, which is going up against these guys. See ya. Here back on the ball, and it's the Concrete Foundation seminar. I'm here with Rob Halford and Scott Travis, the new drummer of Judas Priest. Real quick, some of the what had been done before Judas Priest?
Was in a band Racer X for a few years. We did.
That's an LA band, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically an LA band, and we're an independent label and did a few records. And the band heard the stuff I did with them, and that I think helped me get the gig as well. You know.
Now, when are we going to be seeing you guys out on the road?
Oh, very soon, very soon. We're going to be ready to hit Canada on the 18th of October. Thank you, dude. 18th of October. First show in America is November 1st in Portland, which is where we finished the Ram Me Down tour. So we're carrying on where we left off in Portland about 2 years ago. That's going to be great. Wild place, Portland.
Yeah.
All over America, all through California, through Texas, through Florida, through New York State, through Chicago, Philadelphia. You name it, we're gonna come in and invade your part of the world.
Now, I also understand that you guys are conjuring up some sick thing for a big Judas Priest contest we're going to be doing on the Headbangers Ball in the future, right?
Yeah, we thought we'd keep the nightmare going with Priest and Headbangers and MTV. We go back a long way with MTV.
Okay, it's going to be something scary, though.
It's going to be
something in the Judas
really,
Priest realm,
yeah,
right? We can count on that.
Yeah, nothing lightweight. We're not talking jelly and donuts here.
Okay.
It's going to be really intense, really intense.
Now, we were talking a little bit earlier about some of the great new heavy metal that is finally back out, and here is a typical example. Here's a brand new one from AC/DC. It's brand new on the charts, and it is also the number 4 Skull Crusher of the week. Here is Thunderstruck. It's the Headbangers Ball with co-host Rob Halford of Judas Priest. Stick around. This is the second hour of the ball, and we've still got Rat, Suicidal Tendencies, and Warrant, plus the number 3 and number 2 Skull Crushers of the week. Now, let's talk about some of the other songs that you've got on this new album, Painkiller. Songs like if I mention titles, you can just tell us like a little synopsis.
Okay, I'll try.
Like The Hammer and the Anvil.
The Hammer and the Anvil. Oh, The Hammer and the Anvil. We talk about what happened to Priest in Reno and what we think about...
What happened in Reno?
We just went there for a small vacation.
And Reno will never be the same.
We'll get into Reno a little bit later on in the show. But Hammer and the Anvil addresses the issue. The last thing I wanted to do was really, write a song about what happened in the situation in Nevada. But the whole story behind Hammer and the Anvil sort of encapsulates our feelings about what we did there. So when you listen to the words, you'll get a bit of a message from the Priest in that one. Hammer and the Anvil.
So there is a message on that song?
Yeah, there's a message.
Okay. Now, the song Leather Rebel.
Leather Rebel, that's what we all are. Yeah. I mean, I'm not only wearing any leather today. This is my tribute to the Marine Corps and all the great people that are out in the Middle East, helping keep freedom in the world. You guys are doing a great job. And you girls, of course. Not only the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, everybody doing an incredible job. All the metal maniacs are supporting them, Ricky. There's a lot of metal maniacs in the armed forces, you know. But Leather Rebel, That's what we are. The rebel. He's another priest figure that we've created, and he's going to be another big hero for the band.
We're going to talk more about the new album. We're also going to talk a little bit later about the show and just everything about the Judas Priest coming up. And right now it's a new one for the ball. This is a brand new one from Winger. This is Miles Away. Once again, it's the Headbangers Ball in L.A. at the Concrete Foundation Seminar with the co-host, Rob Halford of Judas Priest. Now, I'm getting excited. The Judas Priest show is going on the road soon.
Yes, after 2 years, we've been away too long in America. We're coming back.
Just to prove how scary it is, tell us who's going out with you guys.
Oh, my God, this is the ultimate, the absolute ultimate heavy metal bill. Not only do you have Judas Priest, which is scary enough, you also get Megadeth. Megadeth, can you imagine? Megadeth and Priest. And if that wasn't enough, you've got Testament.
So the calories will burn off at this show. We could say that.
Yeah, this is a weight loss program in the biggest way.
It's going to be a great show. Now, what are people going to get to expect from this? Just give us a little bit of hint of this next Judas Priest show.
You know, Priest has got a bit of a reputation for putting on a highly volatile, spectacular entertainment evening, and this is no exception. We work really hard with the people that make our stages and our lighting rigs and everything else, so this is the ultimate heavy metal extravaganza for Priest. You'll see more lights.
Give us a hint. Just give us one hint.
Well, we've got this
blow a little surprise.
You've got this box, you see. Now, this box is on the stage, but we don't know what's in this box. There is this sort of kind of special metal box with barbed wire and smoke coming out of it. Now, this is one of the surprises. What's in this box? Even I don't know just yet, but I've been told there's this box that they're creating that's like going to have the ultimate metal surprise in there. So, you know,
we'll find out when we see
thought, isn't it, really? To talk about something that you don't know about. But all I've been told is this really weird metal box that's going to be there. But that's just one thing. The motorbike's back, of course. Of course. Got to bring the bike out, the Hellbent for leather. And all so much smoke and you won't be able to see the band. We've got so much smoke.
Typical Judas Priest stuff, right?
Yeah, it's going to be like 4th of July every day on this tour.
Now, speaking of the tour, right now, these are just some of the dates that are going to be in your city, and of course there will be more if your city's even going to allow this tour to come to town. Who knows? But right now, here are some of the tour dates for the Judas Priest show. Megadeth and Testament. It's going to be lethal. It sounds huge. Right now, let's take a look at a video from one of my favorite bands. Here's Suicidal Tendencies with You Can't Bring Me Down.
Yeah.
We're here at Foundations Forum 90. It's the Headbangers Ball with Rob Halford. Judas Priest is the co-host. And joining us right now is Chuck Billy from Testament. And you guys are going out on the road with Judas Priest.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Great honor.
Yeah, now you also got a new album out called Souls of Black.
Yeah.
So it's going to be out October 10th?
9, 10.
Something like that. Now, what was it like when they told you you're going to go out with Judas Priest?
They went, oh, no, not those bunch of old men of metal. Oh, no.
We couldn't believe it. Our managers kept it a secret from us for a couple of weeks trying to get it, and then 2 days before we found out, that we got it, you guys got the Judas Priest, and we're like, what? It's like unbelievable.
This is going to be a really good tour.
Yeah.
Getting really excited. And also, like we said, Megadeth is also on the bill. So tell us a little bit real quick. We only got a couple seconds, but tell us a little bit about the new album.
It's a lot more heavier back to our more metal roots, like our first stuff, but vocally it's progressed more singing than the thrasher stuff we were doing in the early days.
Did you put a cover on this one?
Pardon?
Because you did the air here. But right now it's time to take a look at the number 3 Skull Crusher of the week. This is up 1 from last week. Here's Rat, Loving You Is a Dirty Job. These guys will do it.
We'll do it. We'll take care of that.
Don't forget, tomorrow at 2:30, more Monsters of Rock weekend with me and some other people. Now, I was just at the Castle Donington Festival, and you played there.
I missed that, man. I was in Mexico on vacation, I'm sorry.
So you were lounging in the sun. We were in England.
Maniacs need to rest, but I saw somebody typed it for me. It was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that. We were there, I think, the very first one.
Yeah.
All those years ago. And Maurice Jones, who runs the thing, he's my next door neighbour, would you believe, at my home in England. So we're always yelling at each other over the fence. Why don't you put this band on at the show next year? And okay, well...
And all the other people that live around you have all moved, right?
Yeah. We're the only people that live in my street.
Those 2 houses.
Everybody's left. We make so much noise.
What was it like, Now, how many people did you play in front of then?
Well, when it first started, it was about maybe 30,000 or 40,000 people,
really?
which is still a lot of people for an event like that. But it was the very first ever heavy metal, hard rock festival of its type. hype. It was an incredible thing, and now, of course, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's massive. We need something like this in America, folks. We need to get something like this, I think, you know, every year maybe. Now, the last one, it was working okay, but why don't we just have like one around, you know, the East Coast in the New York area, and then one in LA? One big
promoters out there, you know, hear what Rob's saying. Now, obviously, what everybody's been wondering, you've been in the press a lot lately about this whole big censorship thing and the messages and
that's right.
Ridiculous stuff that's in the press.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into it in too much depth because a lot of people know that what the truth was of this this tragic situation. But the fact remains that we were attacked for our music. And if you're being attacked for your music, that's a form of censorship, as we all know. We've got this big thing going now with MTV about censorship as un-American, which is very, very true. And I think that we should all stick together through this and try and fight back, you know, because there's a lot of people out there, guys, that are trying to tell us what kind of music to listen to, what kind of books to read, what kind of music to check out, what kind of pictures we can see in art galleries. It's very serious stuff. We need to stick together and consolidate and do something about it. So that's one of the things I talked about, Ricky, at the keynote speech I gave, that a lot of us artists are all in agreement about what's happening, but we need to form some kind of group, some kind of organisation to fight back. So we're going to try and work that out and see if we can make something strong and we can say something back to these people and get something to happen, because words ain't enough, you know.
Yeah, and it's getting bad. Yeah. This next band that we're about to play is a typical example of how kind of ridiculous this thing's getting. The band is Jane's Addiction. Now, the album is called Ritual de lo Habitual. Now, they released their album cover with kind of a sculpture, and I think Perry, the singer, was in it, and I think there were some nude women in it. Well, anyways, of course, the censorship board got mad, and then they released another album cover with just the First Amendment on it. And it turns out that the one with the sculpture is outselling the one with the First Amendment 3-1. So that just kind of tells you where the record buyers are at, which is a good thing. Anyway, let's take a look at a video from Jane's Addiction. Here is Stop.
Hello and welcome back. This is Rob Halford from Judas Priest with Ricky from Headbangers Ball here at the Foundations Forum 90 in Los Angeles, California. Stick around, we've got lots more information for you about the Priest competition.
You're thinking of ideas now, aren't you? They're brewing in your head, we can tell.
Yeah, Ricky is now involved in this.
I hope.
He's now working with me to make this competition the most difficult thing ever.
Saying viewers will die if you do
That's
some of
right.
these. Okay, right now it's time to play the number 2 Skull Crusher of the week. This is from Motley Crue. Here is Same Old Situation. Foundations Forum 90 is where we be. It's the Headbangers Ball, and of course co-host Rob Halford and Judas Priest. And we got a debut on the way from a band you told me that you like, Faith No More.
Yeah.
With a live version of Epic. Now we're about to play a video for the song You've Got Another Thing Coming.
Yeah, a special song. It was from the Screaming for Vengeance album, which was a real big album for us here in America. Great album. And something special about the song with the current situation that we know about that's happening over in the Middle East.
He's got his Marine shirt on.
This song's been kind of adopted by the Marine Corps, you know, with its message. Saddam, you've got another thing coming. And what can I say? It means a lot to a lot of people, means a lot to Priest, means a lot to all the metal maniacs all over the world.
One of my friends just got sent, so
yeah.
If any of those guys over there get MTV, God bless them. We hope you get back soon.
You're doing a great job. We really support everything you do, and we're looking forward to you all coming home safe and jamming out with Priest and all the metal maniacs back here in America.
Yeah. Right now, let's take a look at the video, and this is for all the soldiers. Here is
You've Got Another Thing Coming.
You want to take the ultimate challenge? Judas Priest Headbanger Boot Camp. Port of call, Lake Placid, the home of heavy metal. You will report to drill sergeant Rob Halford for a weekend of big power chord brain jamming. You will be pulverized by Priest as you witness a relentless razor rock rehearsal on the last day of world tour training. With calluses on your head, you will be relocated to Montreal, Quebec. That's in Canada. There you will stand sentry at the Priest 1990 debut High Mass of Metal. You are now an army of one, and you will wear your uniform with pride. And try not to spill anything on it, because it's a one-of-a-kind, beautiful, the painted Painkiller tour jacket. To enlist, send a postcard with your name and address on it to Headbangers Ball, Judas Priest Boot Camp Contest, P.O. Box 899, Radio City Station, New York, 10101. The Priest wants you.
We're back at Foundations Forum 90, Ricky Rackman, the Headbangers Ball, and here with Rob Halford of Judas Priest, if you didn't know. And this is kind of cool. It's like,
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, there's so much stuff going on here. We're telling everybody to keep quiet. That's the thing, because it's like a zoo. It's like a heavy metal zoo here at the, what hotel is this?
Sheridan.
The
You're
Sheridan
not used
Hotel.
to this type of thing.
No.
Now, yesterday you were the keynote speaker. What were some of the things you kind of touched on?
Well, we talked about what the foundation aims to do. Every year, everybody comes here and exchanges ideas about the recording industry, management, agents. Lots of new bands get an opportunity to play, strut their stuff, exchanging tapes, radio. It's a real sort of molten metal mass of exchange of information.
And obviously a big topic this year was censorship.
It certainly was, and this is a big issue at the moment, and I really applaud MTV's involvement in doing what they can to bring the issue to people's attention, because it's serious stuff. And I talked about it in the keynote speech that I made here at the convention a couple of days ago. I feel strongly about it, what can I say, and it's affecting all of us one way or the other.
I got to ask you this question. This is a question, since you have been in the news so much about the censorship issue and obviously the trial. This might sound like a stupid question, but I'm just curious, what was it like seeing up on that stand? Not one of the, that was definitely your different Judas Priest type audience, wasn't it?
That judge,
Were any of the people out there going, Judas Priest, wrong?
That judge is no metal mania.
No.
Judge Jerry Whitehead, he's a great judge though. I mean, he gave the right decision in our opinion and a lot of other people's opinion too. But it was weird. I mean, I had to wear a suit. That was because we wanted to show respect, you know. It was a very serious situation. But they asked me to sing live in court without the band, and I sang a few words from Better By You, Better Than Me, which is the song that's supposed to have the subliminal do it words in there. But the whole business of that is that if you listen to Better By You, Better Than Me from the Stained Class album by Priest, at the end of each line I go, Better By You, Better Than Me, it's my breath. But a combination of that and Glenn's guitar, you get this kind of a sound. Well, these guys, the prosecution said the sounds are do-it sounds. They're
I thought it
real
sounded
words.
like a chainsaw.
Well, that's what I figured myself too. But anyway, I had to give a live demonstration in court, and I was happy to do it, but boy, was it pressure. That was pressure.
Just been kind of funny. Just one time, if while you were singing, just like a little pyro just behind you or something like that, right?
I asked for special effects, but I got none.
They usually do it with explosions behind you.
And they did some lasers and stuff, but the judge was there, like, you know, and it was difficult.
He didn't ask for laminates for this tour then, did he?
No, he didn't want laminates. He was, but we thought we were going to use him as an opening act, but he didn't want the job, you know. We'd much rather have Megadeth and Testament.
That's right. Well, speaking of live shows, right now it's going to time to take a look at a video that you have never seen before on MTV or anywhere. Now, this is going to be on Faith No More's home video, which I believe is called Fat Bastards. Can I say that? I just did. Anyway, that's the name of their home video, and this is a live version of Epic from Faith No More. Forum 90, it's the Headbangers Ball, a very special Headbangers Ball, because Rob Halford, Judas Priest, is joining me. Now, let's talk a little bit about this thing right here.
Bang her.
Yeah.
I have this made in Mexico, because it was the cheapest place I could go to get this silver stuff made. Eduardo, this is a plug for you, dude. He made these. There are only 6 of these in the world, 6 in the entire universe. Each member of the band has got one too, but we've got one left over. You never know.
Hey, so keep on watching Headbangers Ball next week.
But this first showed up. If any of you Priest hardcore fans have got the Sad Wings of Destiny album, on the angel that's flapping around in hell, is wearing a pendant, which is what this is, and we've kind of stuck with this over the years.
What does it mean?
Well, it's the devil's tuning fork, isn't it?
I heard if you hold it up to a mirror, it says, do it.
Yeah, listen, I'll just tap it on the mic.
Do it. I heard it all.
Do it. No, but it's kind of an identity for the band. So this is the true colour seats, this and this.
Are those real? Yeah, when people do that, rub your tattoos, are those real?
Does that hurt? Yes, it does.
Mine aren't.
Hell. But that's what it is. And it's Priest, and this is me. I'm in this band.
Yes,
and
you are.
This is our album.
Oh, and there's
cover.
that thing right there.
There's that thing there, and this is the Dragon Bike, and this is me in my Robocop.
Who drew this? See, I mean, you've always had some, like, great artwork.
Great artwork.
Great
yeah.
artwork.
The great thing about metal and artwork is that it all ties in so good together, you know, all the fantasy metal stuff. The guy that did the Ram It Down cover, Mark Wilson, also did the work for the Painkiller album, so terrific guy, does some good jobs.
Now, do you have a lot of say in some of the artwork? Do you come up with some weird idea, or do you just tell this guy, just go wild and come up with something?
Well, we like to take a step in everything that we do, you know, and it's important, I think, for all bands to try and be involved in every area of your album, right through to, obviously the album cover is extremely important, but everything you do, you know, the thing is, Ricky, that because the business of metal and rock is so big and strong and powerful today, that's because we're all involved in all areas, even outside of music. You've got to learn some business, you know.
Yeah, it's much more than just going in there cutting a record, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got to make sure that you don't get ripped off, and that means knowing a bit about contracts and managers and agents and all that kind of good stuff. It's an important education. You can never learn enough, you know.
These are the type of things we learn about these,
these
places, right?
Yeah, we've learned to look at that small print. There's a lot of small print, you know.
So being a member of a band that has 14 albums, are there any real quick tips you can tell some of those struggling musicians, real quick?
Yes, rehearse before you go into a studio, because studios are expensive. Rehearse.
Right now it's time to look at the #1 Skull Crusher. For the second week in a row, it's Slaughter with Fly to the Angels.
That guy's a karate expert.
It's Foundations Form 90. It's the Headbangers Ball. Ricky Rackman here with Rob Halford. And they've had all these panels here with, you know, all these various aspects of the industry.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is that, like as we've said earlier, it gives us an opportunity to get on these panels and actually talk with members of the press and anybody about the issues that we're at the convention to discuss. And it gives people an opportunity to listen to us speak as opposed to hearing us scream all the time, you know, on stage and on.
And see that some of us rockers do have minds.
Oh yeah,
and do have things to say.
We are intelligent people, believe it or not. And but it's a great opportunity to make our feelings known and to talk about things. And a lot of positive stuff comes out of these foundations. And it's an annual event, and we hope it's going to keep on forever. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I've noticed. I've been here at every one, and it is just getting bigger and bigger. I mean, with bands like Judas Priest playing, like you did play last night.
We played.
How was it like? This was the first show of the new band, right?
It was the first time with Scott, our new drummer. We had a wild time. It was incredible. It was great fun.
We're going to be back with Rob Halford from Foundations Form 90. It's the Headbangers Ball. Stay tuned. It's Foundation Form 90. Ricky Rackman here with Rob Halford, Judas Priest. And we're about to play a video from a band that you also mentioned that you liked a lot, Prong.
Yeah, Prong, great band. And the good thing about this band is that they were produced by a guy, Mark Dodson, plug for you, Mark, English guy. He also worked on the Sin After Sin album and the Defenders of the Faith album. And this new Prong album's lethal. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and also, if you didn't know, Prong also does the theme music for Headbangers Ball, which, of course, you better watch every Saturday night. Right now, let's take a look at a video from Prong. Here is Lost and Found. It's the Headbangers Ball now. We've got a brand new address, and you know I always beg you to write and always say to write because I like to hear from you guys. Well, somebody told me Pauly Shore got more letters than me, so I'm just really depressed about this. So here's the new address, okay? Headbangers Ball, care of MTV Networks, 1515 Broadway, 24th floor, New York, New York, 10036. Ask them to write, Rob.
Headbangers Ball, care of MTV Networks. Is that 15? We're reading
1515. They couldn't tell.
Broadway, 24th floor, New York, New York, 10036.
See, I just figured if Rob tells you to write, you'll probably write more than just me telling you to write. I want to thank you for Fair Shine. I mean, this was really cool, and I never met you before, so I had fun. I'm a Judas Priest.
We're going to do this next year.
We'll do it every week. Anyway, thanks a lot for showing up, and of course, I know every viewer of Headbangers Ball is going to see Judas Priest on the road.
And Testament.
This is going to be the greatest show. I'm going to be at as many as I can go. But right now, once again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the road. Right now, let's take a look at some boys from Texas. This is Pantera with Cowboys from Hell. That's about it for the Headbangers Ball. I gotta be honest with you, this is like the coolest job. I mean, I got to hang out with Rob Halford today. And next week, one of my favorite bands in the whole world is hosting Headbangers Ball, and I'm not going to be there, but you're going to stay tuned because Queensryche is hosting Headbangers Ball. So when you see them, like, ask them for their autograph for me or something like that. Anyway, me, Ricky Rackman, you're not ready for Primetime DJ. We'll be on tomorrow at 2:30 for more of Monsters Rock Weekend. That's when we went down to the Castle Donington Rock and Roll Festival in London. And we got to hang out with bands like Aerosmith and Poison and the Choir Boys and Whitesnake, and we're talking, it was a blast. Check it out tomorrow, 2:30. And plus, we're also going to be showing some videos from some of the bands that have been playing the Donington Festival for the past 10 years. Bands like Guns N' Roses and Ozzy Osbourne and Def Leppard and Cinderella and AC/DC and much, much more. I had fun being here. Don't forget, next week, even though I'm not going to be there, Queensryche's going to be hosting the ball. We had a blast. And again, I want to thank Rob Halford for co-hosting with me. His new album's up. Go out and buy it. It's a good album. And thanks a lot. I'm Ricky Rackman. We'll see you on the ball. And remember to keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Yeah.